Run with it now is Marino and finds no room there. Tried to go inside, then back to the outside, and pretty much just got back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a half-a-yard pickup. So it'll bring up a 3rd and 11 now for the Indians.
Good defense by Sarasota that time. They lined up in the pistol with Polk behind the quarterback in the shotgun formation. They tried to run the option left. Nothing was there, so Marino tried to go off to the right side, but the backside was home, and they held him to a short gain, setting up 3rd and long.
Well, first time we've seen the Venice have a 3rd and long here. Direct snap to Polk, goes up the middle, and going to be brought down at the 40-yard line. So by far the best series for the Sailors on defense there, holding the Indians to, well, it may not be a 3 and out because it looks like they may go for it here. I don't know if they're going to punt it, but 4th and 8 at the Sailor 40-yard line. Looks like we got our live stream back on Ustream.tv for those of you watching there. Little connection problem there, so we're back on. And they're going to go for it here. They're not going to punt it. So 4th and 8 at the Sailor 40-yard line. 2 wide out to the near side, 1 to the far side. Marino takes the direct snap, drops back to pass, now steps up. He's going to run with it to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, picks up the first down, cuts outside to the 25, to the 20, still on his feet, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Dom Marino, his 2nd running touchdown of the ball game. And untouched just like he was in that one from a few yards out.
And just like that, Don Marino back in the shotgun, looking to pass. Nothing was open, so he takes off with it off the left side, is able to cut towards the sideline, and nobody on the Sarasota defense could get an angle on him. Marino takes it all the way untouched, as you mentioned, Doug, in for the 40-yard touchdown run on 4th down, and Venice Indians are on the board again.
Yeah, just a moment ago, he had a 6-yard run and now a 40-yard run. The extra point is up, and this one is good. And with 9:10 remaining here in the first half, it's the Venice Indians 35 and the Sarasota Sailors nothing.
You're cheating Venice out of a point, Doug. 36.
36 now. They didn't get it up there in a hurry. That's right, the two-pointer.
That 2-point conversion.
I was trying to help Sarasota a little bit, Eddie.
Yeah, it's unfortunately.
Forgot about that 2-pointer.
I'm surprised that Sarasota hasn't been able to get the angle on some of these longer runs, but both Marino and Polk have shown the speed to get down the sideline several times for scores, and just like that, another big play out of the Venice Indians. Don Marino, 40 yards off the scramble, and puts the Indians up 36-0, 9:10 to go still here in the second quarter. Sarasota still trying to get their initial first down of the game. We've seen some dominating performances this season. This actually has been more dominating than the Manatee game. Sarasota at least got on the board early in that game with a touchdown drive. So kudos to the Venice Indians. And Sarasota must be shell-shocked at this point, trying to figure out what they're going to do.
Well, the Sailors last week made a game of it against the Braden River Pirates in the district game, but tonight they are unable to do anything so far. Another high, deep kick, and Bain will take it at the 1-yard line. He's going to run it out to the 10, cuts outside, and brought down at about the 12-yard line. And that's, again, been the story, not only the dominating offense of the Indians, but the kick game, pinning the Sailors inside their own 15 with just one exception.
Well, he had blockers in front of him, but nobody really hit anybody, and the Venice players were able to penetrate right through him and tackle Bain before he could get going, hold them inside the 15-yard line again as Sarasota once more starts from inside their own 20 after a Venice kickoff. Looks like 87 yards from pay dirt, still looking for that initial first down of the game.
The only saving grace now, I guess you could say, if you're a Sailor fan, at least this isn't a district game anymore. It used to be in the same district a few years ago.
Well, that's about the only thing you can say, but it's going to be tough to come back after this one and get ready for next week's game.
So 1st and 10 now. They're going to mark it at the 13-yard line of the Sailors. Therion rolls out, looks to throw, nobody open. Still scrambling, puts it in the right arm and runs with it and takes it out to about the 15-yard line. 2-yard pickup for Therion, who has replaced Colin McNeil at quarterback. McNeil did not play more than a couple of minutes. And Therion has come in since then, trying to spark the offense, but so far neither has had any success.
Yeah, first 2 series for McNeil, He's on the sideline there. He has his helmet in his hand, but he doesn't have it on ready to go in. So curious to see the reason why McNeil's not on the field at this point.
2nd down and 8. Therion, handoff. Austin, 20-yard line, breaks free and gets up to near the 25, near the first down marker. And it looks like he picked it up, and he did. So the first down, and Sailor fans finally have something to cheer about.
Yeah, one of those half-hearted cheers as the Sailors finally get their initial first down of the ball game.
As Marv Albert used to say, our sardonic roar from the crowd.
Sardonic is right. But Justin Austin, he never quits running hard, and that was a nice gain for him and the first down.
Let's see if that can be built into something here. Just give the Sailors some mode of confidence here. Austin again on the handoff inside. This time the Venice Indians bunch him up and drop him back for about a yard loss on the play. 7:45 remaining in this first half. All Venice tonight, 36-0. And well on their way to another great season. They've only played one district game, but I would imagine they're going to probably roll through the district pretty easily if they play this way, and we'll be seeing them in the playoffs later this year.
Well, I'm sure they'll be in the playoffs. They'll come in at least second in the district, but them and Largo should be quite a game.
Yep.
Largo, a perennial playoff team from Pinellas County. That should be quite a ball game. When
Largo Packers had a chance to do one of their games a few years ago. High snap to Therion. He's able to bring it down with the left hand. Now he's going to run with it. Gets across the 25 to the 27. And he's brought down there after about a 2-yard pickup. And he'll bring up a 3rd down and 9 now for the Sailors. And looking forward to doing some playoff games. Hard to believe we're only a few weeks out of the playoffs, coming down to near the end of the regular season already. Mostly district games from here on out. We'll have one next week for you at Lakewood Ranch as the Palmetto Tigers will come over there. So we're looking forward to that one.
Yeah, 2 teams in the Sarasota Sailors district. We haven't seen either of those teams yet. That should be a matchup for first place in the district.
Always fun to head over to Lakewood Ranch. Great venue there, and we'll be on with you at 7:30 next Friday night. Here's Therion on the rollout. Now he's going to run with it. Gets across the 25 to the 30. Goes out of bounds near the 35, and I'm not sure he got enough for the first. I don't think he did.
I don't think he was aware of where exactly the sticks were, and he comes up short on the scramble. He showed good speed there to get around the corner, but instead he ends up coming up short by going out of bounds, and that's a lack of awareness on the field. Therion getting on the field for the first time we've seen him this season, and I think that was some inexperience, Doug. He could have picked up that first down. He might have had to take a hit to do it, but instead the Sailors once again are in punting territory or punting formation, punting from their own 34-yard line.
Now they're going to take a timeout, taking a long time for that punt to develop there. They were taking a while just to get lined up, so they have to call a timeout. I would think you'd go for it here. What's the risk? You're up down 36-0. Why not give your team a chance to try and build some confidence here on a 4th down play?
Well, they could be thinking about that, Doug. The game's already out of hand. So if
not going to get any worse if you don't make it.
If you don't make it and Venice does take over, that doesn't mean a lot in the eventual outcome of the game.
Put a little pressure on your offense now. Okay, hey guys, pick up that yard. See what you can do.
Really, what you're doing now, if you're Sarasota, you're coaching for the next game and the rest of the season. So maybe it does you some good to put yourself in a 4th and short situation.
Practice some things in game conditions.
Let's see what you would call in a situation like this and see if you can pick up a first down against a quality team. Maybe that's what the Sarasota offense is thinking about. But it could be, as you said, they weren't quite ready to get the punt off in time, so they took the timeout. And
now it looks like they're going to go for it, Ed.
Yeah, they're in the
Therion back in there along with Justin Austin in the backfield. 2 wideouts to the far side. Hand off to Austin up the middle. Driving ahead. He picks up the first down and more out across the 40-yard line. And that's exactly what I think the Sailors needed. Just something to play for on that play. And that's what they did. A 4th and 1, and they pick up a big first down. That's 2 first downs now on this drive.
Yeah, that was a nice run by Justin Austin. He was hit close to the line of scrimmage. Would have been short without the second effort, but he broke through a hole there, picked up about a 7-yard gain there, moved the ball out past the 40, the best field position the Sailors have had in tonight's game, and second first down here back-to-back. as they try to get something going here. 6 minutes to go in the second quarter as the teams are having their water break. And that's probably not a bad little break here for the Sailors. Let them regroup a little bit, see if they can put something together, start building on something here, like I said, for next week and the remaining games they have on their schedule.
Well, our friends at the Sarasota Herald-Tribune, we use their information quite a bit. They provide some great data for us in our broadcast. We'd like to thank them for that. Also, the Braden Herald, they predicted this game to be pretty even, a pretty large margin of victory for Venice, but they think Sarasota's going to get 18 points. They said 40 to 18. I don't think they're going to get 18, Ed.
Well, you never know what can happen here. Sailors can get a score on the board here before the halftime. Maybe something could happen in the second half.
See what they can do. High snap to Therion, hand off to Austin up the middle, and nothing doing there. 4 Indians in there to clog it up, and that high snap caused a bit of a delay on that handoff, gave the defense a chance to jump in there, and loss of about 1 on the play.
It sure did, Doug. It threw the timing off, but it also was great penetration by the Venice defense up front. They moved the line of scrimmage into the Sarasota backfield and were able to halt that for a loss. The Venice defense, rather, has had good penetration on a number of plays tonight, making it difficult for the Sailors to get any consistency on offense.
Second down and 11 at the Sailor 39-yard line. Sarasota moving from left to right here in the second quarter. 2 wideouts to the far side. Fake handoff. Now Therion is going to try and keep it. And again, swarmed by that Venice defense and brought down for another couple of yard loss. And a good job again by the Indian defense. Really clogging up that middle, not allowing that quarterback to do anything there. Loss of another yard back to the 38. 3rd and 12.
Yeah, that just looked like Therion was just trying to take it straight up field. Nothing going there. Venice interior defense standing up well here in this series.
Therion only threw that one pass, that dying quail that was intercepted, and hasn't thrown one since. Now he's going to roll out, wants to throw it, nothing doing, cuts back the other way, being chased in the backfield. Now he just unloads it across the green, nobody there. Dangerous pass, just trying to get rid of it. He was going to be chased anyway out of bounds, and very dangerous pass. Incomplete, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, I saw a couple penalties that might have been called on that. Grounding was one. I didn't see any receiver near that one. And also,
none in black shirts.
And number 55 was about 4 yards downfield. That could have been a legal man downfield as well, but no call by the referees. It just falls incomplete, setting up a 4th down punting situation for the Sailors.
And Kelly, at least a little bit better place for him to punt it now at his own 23. High snap. Now we get a whistle. And the Sailors calling a timeout before the snap. So they'll talk it over here.
Confusion there on the Sarasota side. The punter was in punt situation or formation, and Therion come running out on the field right before the ball was snapped. But fortunately, Ed Vols had already called a timeout, so no damage was done on that play. It's still 4th down situation. Let's see if the Sailors will punt it away here with 4:31 remaining in the second quarter.
Yeah, I don't think they'll try the fake here. Last time they did on 4th and 1, but not too many plays, particularly when you haven't been able to throw it tonight. I don't think they're going to try a pass play here. So they will punt it. Again, Kelly from his own 24-yard line.
Venice looks like they're coming after this one.
Yep. Langston Probert, the lone receiver, back at his own 33.
Everybody looks like they're in the sprinter stance on the defensive front for Venice.
Good snap. And the rush comes, but the kick gets away. Probert takes it his 30-yard line. To the 35 on the far side, to the 40, to the 45, to midfield in Sailor territory. And goes out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. Good return there. And Venice will have it in Sailor territory once again with 4:20 left here in the second quarter. 36-0, Venice on top.
Well, a nice return by Langston Probert. He's been one of the top players on the field tonight for the Venice Indians, both catching it and returning punts. Venice is, let's see what they do here. 4:20 to go. Can Sarasota stop them from another big play, or will Venice just be content to grind it out and run out the rest of the clock here in the first half?
Longest drive has been, 8 yards, Ed, right? That's the longest drive. And a handoff in the backfield. And a very short pickup by Terry Polk, if anything. Maybe basically just got back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain on that run. As we come down to 4 minutes left in this interminable first half, if you're a Sailor fan, very happy first half for the Venice fans on the other side of the field. And an I formation now. No direct snap to Polk on this. He runs to the outside, tries to cut a field, and nothing doing there. He's pushed out of bounds. Good job by Devin Logan for the, actually Julius Gonzalez for the Sailors, just pushing him out of bounds.
Excellent job of containing on the end here, on the near side, left side of the Venice offense. Polk had nowhere to go. They were able to string it out to the sideline, knock him out of bounds. A short gain for Polk of about a yard, setting up a 3rd and long situation for the Venice Indians, but they are in Sailor territory, so it's probably 4 downs for them anyways, Doug.
So 3rd and let's call it 8 at the Sailor 46-yard line. Double wides to either side. Marino takes the snap, and he keeps it on the option play, gets to the 40, to the 35, hit at the 30, brought down at about the 28-yard line. First down for the Indians as Marino just getting that head of steam. Very hard to bring down, and that's the first time I think the Sailors have put a hat on him, and one of them is down right now. Made the initial hit on Marino. I think that might be, well, we won't say. Can't quite tell the number there, but Marino has been untouched tonight on his runs. That was the first time he was brought down.
That was a simple option play to the right side, to the wide side. Nobody came up to take the quarterback Marino, so no need to pitch it. He just turned it up and had plenty of daylight. Was able to pick up 18 yards before he was taken down inside the Sarasota 30-yard line. First down for the Venice Indians here. As they all take a knee as we wait to see who the injured Sailor is on the field.
Yeah, get a number for you as soon as we can. But Marino got to go about, 6'4", 220? Looks like that size, tall quarterback. And once he gets rumbling, very tough to bring down.
He's got quick feet, no doubt about it. When he turns it up, he really takes off, and he's been more than enough to handle for the Sarasota defense tonight.
His father is coach at Palmetto, Dave Marino.
I didn't realize that was
his
father.
son. And we'll see them
next week. Looking forward to that one. The Ranch and the Palmetto Tigers. That'll probably be a battle, like I said, for first place in the district that Sarasota also plays in. Braden Rivers already lost to Lakewood Ranch. And Palmetto's undefeated, as is the Ranch in district play, so that'll be a big game. Lakewood Ranch took care of Northport last week at home to remain undefeated in the district. So that's going to be an interesting bunch of games coming up here as district play really heats up here in the coming weeks. And
we'll also have the final regular season game of the season. It isn't a district game, but it's always a great rivalry game. We'll have the one of the oldest rivalries in at least this part of Florida. You have Sarasota and Riverview from the Ram Bowl, so we look forward to that a little bit later on. Now they're going to bring out the stretcher, unfortunately, so we'll find out who that player is in just a moment if we can, but they don't want to take any chances if it's a neck injury. Don't want to move him or have him stand up unnecessarily here.
You hate to see that come out. That's never a good sign, and we just hope that there's nothing too serious for the injured Sarasota player.
Now he's going to try and get up on his own.
He's getting up. That's good. All right.
Is that 8?
I can't tell. If that's number 8, that's Sean Bain.
That's Sean Bain, yeah. I thought it was 8 at first, but I didn't want to say it. We were sure.
That's a player that the Sailors can least afford to lose. One of their top players, certainly their best receiver, a kick returner, and he gets the ball occasionally on an end around as well, and a defensive back. So he does it all for the Sailors. Looks like he's holding the back of his neck. So that's probably not a very good sign. I'm sure we probably won't see him anymore this evening. The question is, when will he? Oh, that's number 6.
6, okay.
It's hard to tell these numbers in this light. Well, that's good news.
Here's a handoff in the backfield for the Indians. Polk takes it down inside the 25 to the 24-yard line on a first down carry.
And number 6, that was Devin Freeman that was injured for the Sailors. we'll keep an eye on him and see if we can give you any updates on what looks like the condition.
So Devin Freeman, who was able to walk off on his own, but like you said, Ed, he was holding the back of his neck there. And they'll take a look at it at halftime. Here's a pitch out to Polk on the far side. Now cuts back against the grain. Runs back into his own backfield at his 36. Now back to the 30, to the 25, to the 20-yard line. Hit hard at the 15. And that's where he's brought down. After all that running, he picks up a first down for the Venice Indians.
Picks up 9 yards after reversing his field. Nothing going on the right side of the Venice offense. He cut it back, and quarterback Don Marino out front throwing a block, and it helps bring him around the corner. He's able to turn it up and pick up a first down for the Venice Indians as they continue to drive for yet another score.
First and 10 for Venice at the Sailor 16-yard line. Under 2 minutes left in this first half. Hand off to Polk to the 10-yard line. That's where he's brought down, just shy of the 10. And a pickup of about 5 yards on that first down carry. Terry Polk with touchdown runs tonight of 6 yards and 62 yards. Also had another 32-yard run in there, so over 100 yards rushing. Get the halftime rushing stats for you. Eddie, you'll be busy at halftime dialing up all these Venice numbers.
That's for sure. Polk had 66 yards on his first 2 carries for 2 touchdowns. So.
Second and 5. Polk again up the middle, runs into about 3 Sailors, and they're going to push him back for no gain on the play. So good job that time by the Sailor defense. Bring up a third down, and let's call it 4, maybe half a yard pickup there by Polk at the 10-yard line. 1:02 left.
Yeah, number 20, Chris McKenzie, and number 7, Eric Bauk were both in there on that tackle. Nice defense that time by the Sailor defense, and let's see if they can stop Venice. We figure Venice is going here 2 more plays, so it's 4-down territory for sure. Venice content here to let the clock run down as it gets down to about 40 seconds in the half.
Yeah, it could be the final play of the half, will be, barring a defensive penalty. 3 wide outs to the near side, 1 to the far side. Now Polk in motion, and he takes the handoff on the end around, gets inside the 10, and can't quite cut up field, pushed out of bounds on the far side of the field. Looks like around the 6-yard line. So there will be another play since he went out of bounds.
That was a good job once again by the Sarasota defense on the far side, stringing that out, making Polk head to the sideline. The good news for Venice, even though they have timeouts left, he did go out of bounds to stop the clock. Sets up a 3rd down situation for the Indians, and let's see what they try to do here to get. Looks like an injury again over on the far sideline.
Get the player for you in a second. It's on the opposite side, and the yardage marker is. No, actually, it was one of the officials. That looked like he was on a knee for a minute, but he gets up, so he's okay. Remember last time we were here, we saw an official get injured,
and we had an official go down last week. They got to learn to get out of the way, Doug.
Yeah. And they're measuring it too, so that's another thing they're doing. And it looks like it's short of the first down, so it'll bring up a 4th down. Is it 4th? Yep.
4th down.
4th down.
Less than a yard to go.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they just take a knee here. Marino. Nope, he's going to run with it. Picks up the first. There's a flag, though. Near side.
Offside
official
on the
offside
Sailors.
on the Sailors. Yeah.
So that's going to give them the first down anyways, and half the distance to the goal. So that'll put them down about the 2.5-yard line here. 25 seconds remaining in the half.
I know you want to have sportsmanship, Ed, and but I just wonder, do you take a knee here, or do you take a touchdown?
I don't think
if they give it to you.
I don't think you take a knee in the first half. In second half, I think you do, but at this point, I think they try to put one more in here because the first string probably won't be in much in the second half.
Marino behind center. Looks like he's going to pitch it to Polk. He does. Polk has it. The 10, the 5, hops over into the end zone. Touchdown, Polk, his 3rd score of the night. Officially 4 yards, although he did a lot more running than that. And with just 19 seconds left, Terry Polk scores again.
his shortest touchdown of the night, Doug, only 3 yards. But
okay, I'll take the 3. Yeah.
But
and the extra point is up, and it is good.
I'm just going by the scoreboard, Doug.
Yep, you're the stat man. I think you're right on that. So we'll call it a 3-yard touchdown run for Terry Polk, and it is now 43-0 Venice. Just 19 seconds left here in the first half.
Well, not much right has happened for the Sailors tonight. They've only been able to come up with a couple first downs on offense, and they really haven't been able to slow down much the Venice big play offense that we talked about in the pregame. And Venice did exactly what I thought they might do, be content to grind one out here at the end of the half, eat up the clock, and that they did, scored with just under 20 seconds ago in the second quarter to push that lead up to 43-0, and I suspect then we will see the running clock in the second half.
Yeah, they can. Coaches just have to agree to it in the third quarter, and then it's automatic in the fourth quarter if it's more than 35 points. But I would imagine Ed Volz will say,
let's get out of here, try not to get anybody else hurt, and get ready for next week.
But in the meantime, we have one more kickoff here, so see if Austin or Sean Bain can do anything with this one if they get a chance here. This will be a shorter kick over towards Sean Bain. Takes it on the hop at the 15. Cuts to the 20 inside and brought down at the 23. And that hop gave the kick return team, actually kick coverage team for Venice, a chance to get downfield, not allow Bain to pick up any momentum on the return.
Right, if he would have been able to get up there and catch that in the air, he would have had a head of steam and might have been able to do something with that. But instead, it gave Venice an opportunity to cover it, even though that is the best field position after a kickoff of the evening for the Sailors. The ball is just outside the 25-yard line, but only 15 seconds remaining here in the first half.
And I would think Venice will just take, Sarasota will just take a knee here. Get out of here, go to halftime. And there's also a penalty called on the Sailors on that kick return. Didn't see the flag on the field, but there was.
I didn't see the referee motion what it was either, but it's half the distance of the goal.
Back to the 12-yard line.
So much for that best field position of the half for the Sailors on a kickoff as they're back to the 12-yard line. I think at this point you probably just take a knee.
And Colin McNeil in at quarterback again. He's just going to take a knee here. Been out for most of the first half for Tyler Therion, and they take the knee, and that'll do it. Very impressive night for the Venice Indians offense, and a horror show. I know we're not at Halloween quite yet, Eddie, but it has been a horror show for the Sailors at halftime. The Venice Indians 43, the Sarasota Sailors nothing. We'll keep our stream alive for those of you watching on our live broadcast. I'll give you a chance to watch some of the halftime activities, and we'll be back for the start of the second half in about 20 minutes. Me a little work. I just posted the first half now. I'm going to listen to the second half anyway. So on the recorded broadcast, I did it with the Manatee game. I just posted the first half.
Yeah.
That's the whole game. You would make a parody called Schneider.
There's that isn't actually a name. There are some.
Schneiderman?
Yeah.
I've seen Schneider.
Yeah.
Schneider means what in German again?
Taylor.
Taylor, yeah, that's right. No, the word Klein or name Klein means friend.
Does it?
A lot of German names mean something.
Yeah.
Don't waste a lot of time on that. just get Polk and Marinos.
Yeah, I'm almost done with Sarasota already.
Yeah. we sound good.
Talk to your sister.
Yeah. She tunes in, make sure.
Yeah. That's good.
He's our technical
Advisor.
advisor.
Well, Doug, the statistics are as one-sided as the score indicates. For the Venice Indians, they had the ball 6 times, resulting in 6 touchdowns, 26 total plays, 325 net yards in the first half. For the Sarasota Sailors, they had the ball 7 times, 22 total plays, 55 net yards.
I guess we saw the best Sarasota had to offer in that Booker game at the beginning of the year.
They did all right last week.
Yeah.
But, they didn't play 4 quarters. That's why they lost.
Yeah, they made a game.
But it shows like good Venice is too.
But they're only 0-1 in the district. At least,
They're still not out of it.
Win 2 district games, you got a shot.
Yeah.
You got to win 2 to have a chance to come second.
Yeah. Well, they got 5 teams in their district, so you got to win 3.
So you play 5 district games.
So you're gonna play 4.
They'll play 4, yeah. 3 other teams. Right?
Yeah. No, you're gonna play 4 games.
4 more district games.
So they got 3 more games.
Yeah.
So they got to win.
2 and 2.
I don't know. 3 and 1 and 4 and 0 will probably be the 2 teams.
I think 3 and 1 will be second.
Yeah. But if not, then they'll have that.
Then you might have that
Monday.
playoff thing,
That Monday.
Play a quarter.
Yeah. Which would be interesting to talk about.
They do it at night. I think they do that in the afternoon.
They'll do like a Monday, like 6 o'clock or
Oh,
something.
will they? All right. Well,
That's normally when I've seen it done.
I thought maybe they did it like at 4.
The tiebreaker or whatever they call
Yeah.
it.
One of these schools is doing that. We could try and cover that.
Okay, so let's see what we got coming up on this schedule. Okay, so next week we're doing, hopefully, Matt,
Yeah, I'll send them an email. If I don't hear anything back by what? Thursday, then we can still go down there.
I'll call the guy.
All right, yeah, if you want to, I'll send an email if you want to call too.
You copy me on the email,
All right.
and then if you don't hear any, get a response,
Okay.
and then, I'll try to pursue it. And if not,
I doubt that's going to be a White House game.
no. They won't do big events twice.
But it is a bit cramped in that box if the coaches are in there. Remember last time we had to kind of sit like next to the PA guy.
Next week is Largo at Venice.
Yeah.
So if we can't do that one, I'd say we have to take the John to Venice.
Yeah.
But they got a big press box.
Well, even if we can't get on the front, the
Yeah.
second tier.
That second tier, the upper deck. And then following week, Northport at
Probably it's Hardy
Braden
and
River
Southeast.
or Riverview at Lake Grand. Probably Northport, Braden River.
But we had Hardy and Southeast. That's a district game.
Oh, it is? Okay. I didn't put that one on.
That's our regular scheduled game.
Okay, Hardy and Southeast.
Oh, we can change it if you think it's not better. But I just picked district game for the schedule.
All right, and then the first is
Sarasota.
the ranch here.
Ranch here. That's a district game.
Yeah, and then
Then
third
it's
be
Riverview.
Sarasota. So
No
really,
district game till last game.
yeah. So we've got one.
What game was other than Hardy and Southeast?
Northport at Braden River.
The district?
Yeah. Yeah, Northport's in their district.
Well, we can decide
So what side?
what the better
Let's
one,
see-
what the
let's-
better district game is.
Yeah, well, that's the flex.
Yeah.
You see who's in contention, who's not.
Southeast is desperate for a district game.
Yeah, so I mean,
And if they're kind of out of it, then we
yeah, we'll see how the standings look. That could be the district game for the
yeah.
championship
For a
or for a playoff spot. So, okay, so that's week 2. And then we've got Ranch
Penalty
here.
advanced on the field. and
week
not
3.
ours.
Okay, so that's regular season.
Four regular
tonight.
Band is going overtime here. They went through their 3-minute extra clock.
What the hell?
They're going to get a 5-yard penalty, but who cares? I mean, Sarasota doesn't
Running
care.
anyways, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, so I got it summarized, baby.
All right, you want to come back?
Yep.
Let me get this thing going here. And welcome back to Cleveland Stadium at Irick Field on the campus of Sarasota High School. Doug Miles, Ed Schneider with you as we enjoy the halftime show, both the Venice and Sarasota bands performing for the crowd here. And may not have been much of a football game, but the fans always enjoy the halftime bands for each school, doing a great job. But Ed has been busy tallying up the first half stats and big numbers for Venice.
Yes, Doug, the stats are as lopsided as the 43-0 score may indicate. For the Venice Indians, I have a total of 325 net yards in that first half on only 26 plays. They had 6 drives and scored 6 touchdowns. Terry Polk, the leading rusher in the area at running back, totaled 128 yards on 15 carries and scored 3 touchdowns for the Venice Indians. Langston Provitt, their top receiver, came down with 4 receptions for 116 yards and a touchdown in that first half. And Don Marino, the third of the big 3 for the Venice Indians, did it both on the ground and through the air. He gained 77 yards on 5 runs and scored 2 touchdowns and was 4 for 5 passing for 116 yards and the touchdown to Profitt. So the big 3 came up big indeed for the Venice Indians in the first half. Complete dominance by them. As far as the Sarasota Sailors, their lone bright spot really was Justin Austin, 31 yards on 9 carries. Tyler Therian, who we hadn't seen so far this season in the games we did for the Sailors, was in at quarterback most of the first half after the second drive. Totaled 16 yards on 8 carries. Sarasota Sailors, I show a net of only 55 yards on 22 plays in that first half. They were 0 for 2 passing. Colin McNeil 0 for 1, and Therian 0 for 1, and an interception in the first half. Also, McNeil picked up 4 yards on 3 carries, so that shows the dominance that the Venice Indians displayed during the first 2 quarters of the game. And I suspect we're going to have a running clock here in the third quarter. We'll find out shortly. But no contest so far. The Venice Indians looking sharp since their return from the big win in Plano, Texas. Look like they're ready for their district battle next week with the Largo Packers, who will travel down to Powell Stadium in Venice for that big district matchup.
Yeah, both coaches have to agree on the running clock in the third quarter, but then the fourth quarter is automatic with a 35-point or greater lead. So we'll see if Ed Volz decides to do that. And as you mentioned, Ed, we're just kind of looking at our schedule for the next 4 weeks. Got some great district matchups scheduled for you. We are looking to do Lakewood Ranch next week, hosting the Palmetto Tigers. That's a good matchup there. We also have Hardy at Southeast as one of our district matchups as well. And then Lakewood Ranch comes here to Sarasota the following week. Again, we do have a flex schedule if things change or we think a district game would be a more important one. We may switch that up, and we'll let you know about it. You can go to dougmilesmedia.com to check that out. But either way, we'll be somewhere on Friday nights at 7:30 on our Ustream broadcast.
Yeah, that Palmetto at Lakewood Ranch game, depending what happens tonight, could be a battle for first place in District 7A or District 10 of Class 7A, the same district that these Sailors play in. And the Sailors, despite their big loss that's pending tonight, still are in the district race. They probably have to win out. Probably not more than one loss is going to get one of the 2 playoff spots in the 5-team district. But let's see if the Sailors can do something here in the second half and be ready to go next week.
And the Venice Indians will get the ball first on a short kickoff. It is going to be returned, or actually caught, at around the 35-yard line. And not much of a return there for Langston Provitt, as the Sailors covered that. Kind of the short kick there. And the Venice Indians will start 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line here in the second half.
Right, they sort of kicked that pooch kick to the number at the 25-yard line. sometimes it's wise to have that a receiver make a fair catch there because when it's kicked high like that, it allows the kick coverage team to get a lot of people there. They can sometimes knock that ball loose, but no harm for the Venice Indians as they will start this drive at great field position on their own 35.
Well, no running clock there. The clock did stop after the
you're right,
kickoff, so they will not do the running clock yet. Don Marino still in there at quarterback for the Venice Indians. Takes the snap, throws to the near side, low pass and incomplete. Tried to find Nolan Montgomery there, but low throw, and it'll bring up a 2nd 10.
Yeah, that was just a quick out to the wide receiver here to the short side. The ball was low, as you said. He couldn't dig it out of the ground. It falls incomplete, setting up a 2nd down situation for the Venice Indians.
And it's dressed in the green jerseys, or sorry, green pants, white jerseys with the green numbers, green helmets. Very similar to, you'd say, the Philadelphia Eagles uniforms. Give you a little mental picture there.
Looks very similar to the Eagles.
Marino with the snap, throws to the far side, complete to Montgomery, out across the 40-yard line into Sailor territory, running down the far sideline to the 30-yard line, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Venice Indians. And just like the first half, 2 plays and they score here in the 3rd quarter.
Boy, did Montgomery accelerate down that sideline. There was 3 Sailors right there, but he got it in the overdrive and pulled away from him once he got it going. That was just a quick pass out to the wide receiver. They had 2 wide receivers split to the far side, the wide side of the field. Montgomery just stepped back, got the quick pass out, was able to get behind the block and get down, sprung down the sideline for the long score and the quick Venice touchdown.
And that one took all of 22 seconds. Extra point is up, and it is good. As Marino goes to Montgomery, 65-yard touchdown pass, and it is 50-0 early here in the 3rd quarter.
It didn't take long for the Indians to show that they weren't done yet. Don Marino padding those stats, getting another 50-yard or 50. What did you say?
65-yard.
55-yard pass play to Montgomery. Great start for the Indians, showing that they have multiple weapons. It was all profit in the first half. Montgomery comes out, makes the big play, and I was impressed with his speed down that sideline as he pulled away from 3 Sarasota defenders.
And Venice had the ball in the 1st quarter after Sarasota went 3 and out, and Polk went on a 6-yard touchdown run after just a 29-second 2-play drive there.
And you know, Doug, I think that was 65 yards. They were at the 35.
That's what I said, right?
Yeah, I thought you said 55. Sorry, 65 yards. What a great start for Venice here in the 2nd half, showing that
they're the master of the 2-play drive tonight, Eddie.
Yeah, that's their 3rd 2-play drive for touchdown.
So Sarasota again will find themselves reeling here early in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if we can get a good return here on this kick. Low kick. Sean Bain is going to field it. Let it bounce at the 5, pick it up at about the 3, takes it across the 10, and brought down at about the 14-yard line. And good coverage again by the Indians, as they have not allowed a good return at all and have pinned the Sailors, with the exception of the one that went into the end zone on a touchback inside their own 15-yard line pretty much the entire night.
Right. Every kick that the Sailors have tried to return, they've been held definitely inside the 20. That's some great coverage by the Venice kick coverage team. And it looks, certainly, Doug, they have enough practice at it. They know how to fill the lanes and showing their overall team speed by getting down there and stopping teams deep in their own territory.
And the Sailors moving from left to right, dressed in the all-black uniforms tonight, silver numbers with the orange trim. I formation, single wideouts to either side. McNeil in the quarterback, hands off in the backfield to Austin going outside, and he gets out to the 20-yard line, across the 20, and brought down along the far sideline. And a pickup of about 7 yards. Call it 8 yards.
Call it 8.
First down. 2nd and 2 coming up.
Good first down play that time out of the I formation, trying to power football a little bit, see if they can keep it simple and straight ahead, and Austin did a nice job.
Out at the 22-yard line of the Sailors. Here's a kind of a delay handoff. Now McNeil is going to keep it. He's in trouble. He throws it out to Cleveland. Caught at the 22. Cuts back up the middle. Spins around the 30-yard line to the 31. But a flag is thrown in the backfield. And this is going to come back. Personal foul.
No.
Oh, it's going to be against Venice, roughing the passer.
You got it, Doug, roughing the passer. McNeil there did a nice job avoiding the defender in the backfield, sidestepping him so he could get the pass out. Dylan Cleveland was open here on the near sideline. Once he received the pass, he made a nice cut towards the middle of the field and picked up some extra yardage. Tack on the 15 yards from the personal foul. And Venice, Sarasota is going to have their best field position of the game as the ball's all the way out past the 45-yard line, first down.
I take the blame there for being negative on that. I just assumed it would be against the Sailors. That's usually where you see a holding penalty, but they get another 15 tacked on out at their own 46-yard line now. And here's McNeil, fake handoff, throws deep over the far side and just overthrows Sean Bain. He was double covered anyway, and it falls incomplete.
That would have been a tough one to complete. That was from the near hash mark to the far sideline. That's a long toss by McNeil. A pretty decent throw, but as you mentioned, double covered out there. Venice knows Sean Bain's the top receiver and falls incomplete.
2nd and 10 at the Sailor 46-yard line. 2 wideouts to the far side and to the near side. I formation, turnaround handoff. Austin up the middle, puts the helmet down, but not much room there at all as he is shoved backwards right around the 45-yard line. And a loss of 1 on the play. As we make our way under the 10-minute mark here in this third quarter, Venice already 2 plays. They score a 65-yard touchdown pass, Marino to Montgomery. That is Marino's third, actually his 4th touchdown of the night, 2 running and now 2 passing in the ball game. Terry Polk has 3 touchdowns on the ground. 3rd and 11 at the Sailor 45, and now the Sailors take a long time in the huddle, and they have to take a timeout. So they'll talk it over with their head coach, Ed Volz, and I'm not sure what you tell your team. We talked about this a few weeks ago when same situation with Manatee. You just, like you said, practice for your next game and work it out as best you can here, but not much you can tell them.
Yeah, that's all you're doing now is you're working on your game plan for next week. You're trying to restore some confidence in your players. We know this one's out of hand. Maybe you tell them, let's try to win the second half at least and have something to build on for next week.
And reminder, all of our ball games available as podcasts on Ustream, also at YouTube and iTunes, dougmilesmedia.com. So you can check it out. I know we got a lot of people that listen to those again, and also the post-game press box report, which we do after every game from wherever press box we're at. That's also posted up on YouTube and maxpreps.com. So we got a lot of people that watch that each week. We preview our next game as well, so check that out if you will, and see where we're going to be the following week. And now we're set to resume. 3rd and 11 at the Sailor 45-yard line. McNeil in the gun, takes the snap, throws deep down the near sideline, way overthrows Cleveland, who had his man beat by a couple of strides, but McNeil just heaved that one and well overthrown, brings up a 4th down.
Now, Cleveland wasn't really sprinting out there. He was just sort of not full speed, and McNeil saw him out there, didn't put enough air under the pass, and rifled it well beyond the intended receiver, falls incomplete, and the Sailors here are going to punt it, 4th and 11.
And Langston Provitt again at his own 25-yard line, awaiting the punt. Good snap. Kick away. High kick. Provitt calling for the fair catch at his own 25-yard line. That's where the Indians will have it again. 8:42 and counting. Now they're into the running clock. After the 50-point mark, I think that may be just the automatic running clock. We haven't been in this situation before, a 50-point lead, but they're going to do the running clock from here on out. And again, they do that not any way to embarrass a team, but it is a safety measure just to keep players from getting injured unnecessarily. And the Indians start 1st and 10 at their own 25. And I'm sure we'll see a lot more of the 2nd and 3rd stringers now. Also a penalty on the play, apparently. They're marking off some yardage here. Did not see the flag on the field. And bringing it back now to the 15-yard line.
Well, it's by far the worst field position that Venice has had in tonight's game, aided by the penalty. Let's see what they can do here.
And a handoff in the backfield, and nothing much doing there. Loss of yardage, push backwards inside the 10-yard line.
I was wondering if the ball came loose.
Looked like the ball might have popped loose there, did it? Sailors are running down that way like they might have it. Here's the official. It's going to be a face mask penalty on the Indians. And it's also Sailor ball. So the ball did pop loose. And on the apparently fumble recovery, a face mask added to it by the Indians. And the Sailors get a break here and get a chance to get on the scoreboard.
Well, the Sarasota defense showed they weren't done. They put pressure right up the middle, knocked the ball loose. The quarterback couldn't get the handoff made, and they were able to fall on it with the penalty. They're at the 1-yard line, 1st and goal for the Sarasota Sailors. Let's see if they can at least push this in here and get that goose egg off the scoreboard.
So 1st and goal at the 1-yard line for the Sailors. As they line up in the I formation, Austin to the tailback slot, McNeil behind center, Bain in motion from the far side. Long count. McNeil turns around, hands it off Austin, and hit hard right as he hits the line of scrimmage going off that left side. And pushed backwards. And a loss of about 1 back to the 2-yard line. So Venice, they want to pitch the shutout here. They don't want to give this up too easily here.
Yeah, great penetration by that Venice defensive front. They were in the Sarasota backfield. Austin got hit as soon as he got the handoff. Lucky that he only lost a yard on it, setting up a 2nd and goal for the Sailors.
6:20 and counting in this 3rd quarter. Venice first chance they've had. Sarasota first chance in deep Venice territory here. McNeil looking in the backfield, and he's going to call another timeout. A little confusion there. Again, he did not play most of the first half. And couldn't quite get the play he wanted, so they'll burn another timeout. Not that it matters now, but you do train your quarterback. If you see something you don't like, get it on, get everybody on the same page here and call the timeout.
Well, that's too bad for the Sailors that they weren't able to get a play in your 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. You should have a handful of plays that you're going to run in that kind of situation. You should have practiced them many times during the week, but instead they have to burn a timeout here. Not that it's going to matter in the overall outcome of the game, but coach is looking to see some improvement here in the 2nd half and have something to build on for next week's game, and that certainly doesn't build confidence in the coaching staff on that one.
Nope. So Ed Volz, who saw his team get off to a good start this year, but they've dropped 3 in a row since, winning their first 2. And they're going to lose number 4 in a row tonight. Now we're set to resume. Justin Austin, again the tailback slot, offset I. McNeil turns around, hands it off to Austin, this time trying to hit the right side of the line. And again, the Venice defense in there quickly, prevents him from scoring, and pushes him back maybe another yard. So it'll be 3rd and goal now from the 3. They say no gains. All right, 3rd and goal now from the 2. 5:45 left and counting. Here in this 3rd quarter, Sailors send 2 wideouts to either side. Cleveland on the near side, Bain on the far side.
This could be a quarterback draw as well.
Everybody going out now, looks like. Here's McNeil, throws quickly to the far side, trying to hit Cleveland, but well behind him, incomplete. But a flag in the backfield. It's going to be a against the Indians here. I didn't see the signal there, or all of the signal.
Yeah, I missed it as well.
Well, half the distance, either way. And it will be a 2nd and goal again from the 1.
Illegal helmet contact was the call.
And the officials not only in the NFL and college, but also high school, going to call that anytime they see it now.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's not an automatic first down.
I thought it would be, but anyway, here's a handoff to Austin again, this time straight up the middle, and nothing doing again as the Venice Indians defense clogs it up. And it'll bring up a 3rd and goal again. Should be 3rd, right? That was just 2nd on the penalty.
Right.
They have 4th down on the down marker there, but I think it should be 3rd, right?
Yeah, I don't understand why they didn't get any, at least an additional down, if not a new set of downs on the Venice penalty.
Yeah. Well, they're saying 4th down on the field, so we'll go with that. Obviously go for it here from the 2-yard line. McNeil lofts a pass to the corner of the end zone. Cleveland over there makes the catch. Was he in bounds? Touchdown Sailors. McNeil to Dylan Cleveland. And the Sailors get on the scoreboard.
Dylan Cleveland stepping up in that role as the second receiver for the Sarasota Sailors. He's going to see a lot of single coverage with double coverage going towards Sean Bain Jr. And Cleveland's able to run the fade pattern to the wide side to the corner of the end zone. And that time McNeil put the ball on the money. And the Sailors get on the board here. 3:45 to go here in the third quarter.
And the extra point try. It is up.
Flag on the play, I think.
There's a flag on the play, yeah. Kick went through, but it's offside on Venice. Well, shouldn't that be a good extra point then? Or do they blow it dead before the kick?
That could be a dead ball foul. So
offside on Venice. Well, they must have blown it dead before the kick. It was good. But they'll make him kick it again. Usually if it's offside on the defense and the kick goes through, it counts. So something for the Sailor fans to at least cheer about a little bit. Second try is through, and it is good. And with 3:45 remaining here in the third quarter, the Sarasota Sailors get on the scoreboard, but they trail it 50-7.
Well, give the Sailors credit. They didn't give up in this third quarter, and defense came out with a big play, creating the turnover deep in Venice territory. And after a number of stops by the Venice front, shoving Justin Austin backwards on 3 straight plays, the Sailors are able to throw it into the end zone. Dylan Cleveland coming up with a nice route, getting open on the fade pattern in the corner of the end zone, and the quarterback, Colin McNeil, lays it on the money, and the Sailors are on the board, avoiding the shutout and giving themselves something to build on here as they start thinking about next week and trying to pick up a victory to put an end to this losing streak for the Sarasota Sailors.
As we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Dylan Cleveland catching his first touchdown pass last week against Brain River at the beginning of the game, and now he gets a chance to catch one tonight. Good pass, like you said, from McNeil. That one was on the money. And now, wouldn't be surprised, Sailors practice a little onside kick here. Why not? Could use it later in the season. Try and get the ball back. I think Venice expects that.
Well, Venice has enough people up at the 50-yard line expecting an onside kick at this point.
And Kelly approaches the ball. And no, just kind of a short pooch kick again. Fair catch. No, I thought he put the arm in for the fair catch, but he's running it back and knocked out of bounds is Langston Provid around the Sailor bench there. And Provid getting a little look over there. He thought it was hit late. No flag. Oh, there's a flag on the field. Back around the 50-yard line.
I thought he did call a fair catch.
I saw his arm go up.
His hand go up, so
he did call. He put his arm up.
They should be marking it off from that point where he called the fair catch and then ran the ball. Let's see what they do.
Here's the official here. Offside on the Indians. That's not the signal for illegal fair catch, but they're saying the Indians were offside on that kick.
They were probably cheating up, trying to get ready for an onsider.
And Sarasota will kick it again. Officials using the pink flags like they did in the NFL a couple of weeks ago. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. But the NFL decided to go back to the yellow ones because it was tough to see the penalty flags.
Well, a number of the Sarasota players have pink towels.
Right, that's one of the reasons.
Look much different than the pink flags that the referees are using, so you can see why there could be some confusion there.
So they're going to kick it again, this time from the 45-yard line. And Kelly will put it on the tee there. And let's see if they try that same little pooch kick or try an onside here.
I like to see him pooch it into the middle, that big gap.
Kelly approaches the ball. Right-footed kicker, same area, near side, pooch kick. This time not a fair catch called for by Provit. Takes it across the 40-yard line, goes out of bounds near the 45. And that's where Venice will have it 1st and 10. They're going to mark it at the 42, it looks like. 3:03 left, third quarter. Venice 50, Sarasota 7.
Well, and the Sailors lost 10 yards on that exchange. Venice was back at the 32-yard line before. They end up getting it out to the 42-yard line on the re-kick. First down for the Venice Indians as they once again have great field position to start this drive here in the third quarter.
And the clock continues to run, running clock. Single wideouts either side, I formation for the Indians. And fake handoff, that is Michael Semovich in at quarterback, and actually he hands it off to the far side, and it runs all the way down inside Sailor territory. And that was Matthew Carlson who takes it all the way down to the Sailor 16-yard line.
Matt Carlson, you got it right, Doug. The PA announcer was initially incorrect. He must have heard you.
But Carlson, looking up the backup quarterback there, and then all of a sudden, Carlson was down inside Sailor territory there.
Yeah, nice pass by Semovich on the rollout to the right side. Picks up the big gainer. First down for the Venice Indians.
Semovich behind center, turns around, and he hands it off to the fullback, who takes it across the 20 to about the 17, 16-yard line. And that was Nick DeLeo. And he picks up about 3 yards on that carry. Coming down to a minute 20 left here in the third. And now the Venice Indians send out 2 wide receivers to the near side. I formation. Semovich turns around, again hands it off. And not much room there. Sailor defense pushes him back. DeLeo on the carry. And no gain there. It'll bring up a third down. And 55 seconds and counting left here in the third. So the Indians get a chance to put in the second and third stringers here, see what they can do, give them a little game experience. That's usually what you do in these situations.
Now, there's no substitute for on-the-field experience for your bench players. And they work hard all week. They deserve to get out on the field as well, and so far they're doing well.
Semovich again. DeLeo, no, he's going to keep it, and he's sacked back at the 23-yard line. Coming in there quickly. Is that Chandler Black? Nope, that was
Ryan Hastings, number 25.
25. I thought it was 85. 25.
Nice play by Ryan. Was able to come up with a sack. That's about a 10-yard loss on the play for Venice on fourth down, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter on the running clock. So they'll change ends of the field here. The score at the end of the third quarter, the Venice Indians 50, the Sarasota Sailors 7, and with that running clock, Doug, that certainly does speed up the proceedings as that third quarter blew by.
Yeah, it took about 15 minutes of the 12-minute clock there. So a couple of stoppages, but they will do the running clock again here in the fourth quarter. As the teams come down to the opposite end of the field here. But that was a good job by Ryan Hastings getting in there quickly, putting the sack on Semovich, backup quarterback for the Venice Indians.
Well, that was a 10-yard loss on the play. setting up 4th and 15 from the 21-yard line.
And a field goal try now. Be spotted at the 37-yard attempt. And Langston Provitt, the holder, puts it down. Long kick. It is, well, they said there's a flag before the play.
I saw movement. The left guard, it looked like, moved early on that play, so that's going to set him back another 5 yards. That was a perfect kick from the 37-yard variety. Now he's going to have to try it from 42.
Stone Wilson got all that one, but he'll have to do it again. Same effort on the next one. That'll still be good. That would have been good from 42.
That was had plenty of leg on that one. Nice snap, nice hold. Good timing on the sequence on the field goal try. Let's see if he can repeat it now.
Actually, 43-yard attempt now. Low snap, and it's blocked. This can be returned if it's picked up. And it's going to be returned across the 50-yard line inside Venice territory and tripped up down near the 30-yard line. And picking that ball up, Josh Schultz. Saw that in the NFL a week or so ago, a field goal returned.
Well,
and return those if they're blocked, and good job there by the Sailors, and they have it now 1st and 10 at the Venice 34.
Yeah, and how big was that offsides penalty? Took away a good 37-yard field goal and ends up in a block and a return for the Sailors. They get it all the way down to the 34-yard line of the Venice Indians. By far their best field position of the game, and set them up first down here, Doug. Running clock down to about 11 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Let's see if the Sailors can push another one in here and build some more confidence for next week's game.
Yeah, that was a low snap, and by the time Provitt got it ready, defense was in there, and the kick was low, so resulting in a block. I formation now for the Sailors. McNeil hands off to Austin in the backfield, and coming in there quickly to make the step. Venice defenders there. That was number 42. We don't have a 42 on our roster. So he must be one of the backups that they didn't put on the roster, Eddie.
Well, he made the...
We want to give him credit there for making the nice tackle. Loss of 2 on the play.
Got on the field anyways, come up with a nice tackle.
Good job, number 42.
Yeah, Justin Austin, he's had a number of plays tonight where he's been thrown for a loss. A good penetration by the defensive front of the Venice Indians in tonight's game.
2nd and 12 at the Venice 36-yard line. McNeil, direct snap, throws over the middle, or to the near side, actually. It is caught, and it is just inside the 30-yard line. Isaiah Breakstone makes the catch at the 28, short of a first down. Pickup of about 7 yards on the play, 3rd down and 4 coming up.
Breakstone got on the stat sheet last week and gets on tonight again with a catch.
Think he eats yogurt, Eddie?
Cottage cheese, maybe.
McNeil steps up in the pocket and is going to be brought down at around the line of scrimmage. And that was Dane Dabney getting in there on the sack for the Indians.
And it looks like he got maybe a yard there, or at least didn't lose any yards, so it may not be considered a sack, but he certainly
was moving forward. So,
but that
quarterback tackle.
That was all on the coverage by the secondary of the Venice Indians. He had time there initially, but nowhere to go with it, and ends up getting tackled for no gain, setting up 4th down now for the Sailors.
And Sailors obviously going to go for it here. 4 wideouts, 2 to either side. McNeil takes the snap. Here comes the rush, setting up a screen. It is caught by Cleveland. Gets inside the 25 to the 20 to the 15 to the 10. Touchdown, Cleveland! His 2nd score of the night.
Well, that was a wide receiver screen set out to the far side. Good job by McNeil delaying the pass initially, drawing the defensive lineman to him. He was able to dump it off over their head. Cleveland was set up on the right side, and once he got the pass, he saw the daylight to the left, cut back across the field towards the left pylon, was able to get in there standing up untouched for the touchdown, and nice play there by the Sailors. They were able to convert on that 4th down play, get a 2nd score on the board, and are looking to see if they can convert the extra point here and make it 50-14.
34-yard touchdown pass, extra point. It is up, and it is good. And that's 2 consecutive connections between McNeil and Cleveland. A few minutes ago, a 2-yarder, and now a 34-yarder. Good running job by Cleveland after the catch, too, Eddie. And extra point is good. It is now 50-14, but a little confidence now being built by the Sailor offense with 2 consecutive scores on 2 possessions.
Well, it makes you wonder why Colin McNeil was taken out after the second drive of the game. Maybe they wanted to get Tyler Therian some experience, but
they pulled him out early in the first quarter. It wasn't
it was early in the midway through the first quarter, and Therian was in there for the rest of the first half. He only really threw it one time, and that was a wobbly pass that got picked off by the Venice Indians. Other than that, it was pretty much just keeping it on the ground. Not much to the imagination, and the Sailors had a lot of 3-and-outs there in that first half that led directly to 6 Venice touchdowns in that first 2 quarters of play as they got out to the big lead at halftime. But McNeil's back in there. It looks like the Sarasota offense, Doug, that we've seen throughout the season so far. In fact, the Sailor offense has been more passing yardage per game than running yardage, and they're definitely going to have to be able to find that throughout the rest of the season if they have any hope to make the playoffs.
And let's see if they do that pooch kick again or try the onside. Kelly, again, short kick to the far side of the field, taking at the 28-yard line. Across the 40-yard line, has one man to beat, cuts to the outside to the 50, to the 40 of Sarasota, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, and the return by Noah Montgomery.
Montgomery, he said
72 yards.
He said, go ahead and give me that pooch. When you're kicking that short, high kick to the wide side, and you have you're overloaded to that side with defenders, you got to be able to get down there and cover that. But Montgomery, he took that kick, broke through the initial wave of tacklers, and cut across the field to the near side, all the way across and then down the near sideline. Went untouched into the end zone. He showed that same speed that he showed on that earlier pass reception for the long touchdown. Another weapon that the Venice Indians are unveiling here tonight, Noah Montgomery.
Extra point is good. And just when the Sailors had something to feel good about, Noah Montgomery changes all that. 72-yard kickoff return for the touchdown for Noah Montgomery. And with 8:34 left in the ball game, Venice 57, Sarasota 14. That was a very impressive run. Kind of picked it up on the run, on the fly, and just cut to the near side, cut to the near sideline, and took it all the way in for the score.
Yeah, he caught that one in stride, Doug, as you said, on the run, and he was able with that to break that initial wave of tacklers. And once he did that, he just cut it to the opposite side of the field, outran everybody to the sideline, and was down the sideline untouched for the beautiful 72-yard kickoff return. Noah Montgomery. That guy has some speed, Doug. He displayed that, as I said earlier, on the first touchdown in the second half for the Venice Indians on a 65-yard pass where he outran 3 Sailor defenders to the end zone. Yet another weapon on that Venice sideline. They've got a bunch of them. Great team speed on the Venice Indians. They're going to be something to deal with here in the playoffs this year.
And the kickoff going to be fielded at the 8-yard line, out across the 15-yard line to the 20, and hit down at about the 22-yard line. And that's where the Sailors will start. And that was Silver Breen's chance to get a kickoff return tonight for the Sailors.
And he was hit hard there by the Venice tackler. He was trying to play off a blocker that was in front of him, and that delay allowed the pursuit to get there, and he was thrown down hard to the ground, but he bounced back up, ready to go here on this next series for the Sarasota Sailors.
At their own 22-yard line, 7:53 and counting. See if the Sailor offense can just kind of build on what they've done the last 2 possessions, 2 touchdown passes from McNeil to Cleveland. McNeil stays in the ball game. 2 wide outs to the far side, 1 to the near side, takes the direct snap. Hands it off, and a straight up the middle run to around the 25-yard line. And that looked like that was Martin Salazar getting a chance to carry the ball. Is that 55? Yep. 4-yard pickup, 2nd down and 6. So the Sailors sending in some of their second stringers, give them a chance to get some game experience. 2 wideouts to the far side. McNeil takes the snap, hands it off again. No, he's going to keep it. Gets out to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, and brought down from behind at around the 42-yard line. Good run by the quarterback, McNeil. Jovan Edmonds finally brings him down.
Nice run on that play.
Yeah, very good run. Going to spot it at the 41. First down, Sailors. And they would like nothing better than to come down one more time. Get a score here. Just kind of erase the memory, if you can, of that kickoff return just a moment ago. And McNeil in the gun. Takes the snap. Hands it off again in the backfield, and nothing doing there. The Venice Indians came in there quickly. And not much room at all for Brennis to run.
It was Billy Sadlow.
Actually, it was Billy Sadlow.
Number 23.
23. So they're changing runners on every play, it looks like now. Billy Sadlow gets a chance to carry the ball and run into a bunch of Venice Indians. Loss of 2 on the play. Five minutes, 43 seconds remaining here in this ball game. Not much for the Sailor fans to cheer about, but a couple of scores here in the fourth quarter. And see if the Sailors can do something now. 3 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side. McNeil takes the snap. And a handoff again to Sadlow. And Sadlow takes it up near the 45. And it will be a 3rd down and about 7.
Sadlow picked up 5 on that 2nd down carry, setting up 3rd and 7. Let's see if the Sailors can get a first down here, keep possession of the football.
Quick huddle. Again, same formation, 3 to the far, 1 to the near. And there's some movement along the line of scrimmage by the Venice Indians. So good hesitation count there by McNeil. And that'll bring it down to a 3rd and 2. Maybe let's call it yard and a half here, right near the 50-yard line. And they come over to the sideline. They're going to take a timeout. 4:38 left here in the fourth quarter. 57-14 Venice Indians. And as we mentioned earlier, Ed, that win against Plano, Texas a few weeks ago, we were watching it on watching the scoreboard show on the TV at Bogies, and we were kind of surprised. Not that Venice couldn't win, but we kind of expected Plano would probably take that game, but very impressed with the score we saw. And then since then, Venice has just been kind of rolling over everybody.
Well, they've got it together. There's no doubt about it. They are more than in mid-season form. But they need to be, because next week they have their district battle with Largo, and that's really going to probably tell the tale for first place in their district. Largo's 5-1 overall, as is Venice coming into this weekend's games, and the winner of that game will be the district champion.
3rd and 1 for the Sailors, just shy of the 50-yard line. McNeil takes a handoff, throws to the far side, complete to Devin Logan, and Logan takes it across the 50 to near the 45 of the Indians and picks up the first down.
Nice job by Devin Logan. He had to wait on that pass a little bit, but once he got it, he was able to get behind a couple blockers and weave his way for enough yardage to move the chains for the Sarasota Sailors as they're inside Venice territory at the 45-yard line.
Ball in the far hash mark. Now under 4 minutes left. 2 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far side. McNeil. And a handoff again up the middle. And a short pickup down to about the 43. And again, Billy Sadlow carrying the rock. Picks up a couple more yards there. 2nd down and 8 at the Venice 43-yard line. So Sarasota trying to mount one final drive here tonight. McNeil takes the snap, Sadlow again on no. McNeil keeps a good fake, kicks it across the 40 to the outside to the 35, and steps out of bounds out at the 32. And a good job again by McNeil on the fake handoff. Picked up another first down for the Sailors.
11-yard run by McNeil. Nice fake on the option play. Was able to keep it towards the near side here. Able to get out of bounds without taking a hit. Sets up first down for the Sailors.
And clock down to 2:49. And they're at the line of scrimmage. Two wideouts to the far side. And that's Silver Brennis in motion on the end around. Takes the handoff, trying to cut up field. Can't do it. As Venice pursues very well and brings him down all the way back at the 40-yard line for a loss of about 7-8 yards on the play.
Yeah, that he kept going backwards trying to avoid the Venice tacklers. And the more he did it, the more tacklers got there. Ends up losing.
Not as bad, about 5 yards.
About 5 yards. They gave him some forward progress somehow on that one, Doug. I thought he lost more than that, but still excellent defense. Venice was able to string that out to the sideline and let the pursuit get there for the loss.
Second down and 15 at the 37-yard line of the Indians. McNeil takes the snap, hands it off inside again to Billy Sadlow. And Sadlow gets across the 35-yard line. That's about it. About a 2-yard pickup there. And it'll bring up a third down.
Well, that running clock, Doug, I think the Sailors, if they're going to try to get another score on the board, they're going to have to look to go to the air here.
Yeah, better throw it here. Down to a minute and a half left. McNeil takes a handoff, throws over the middle, and nobody really looking. It was intended for Isaiah Breakstone. He was on a kind of a post route there, did not look back, and that ball hit him in the leg.
That was your basic pattern where all four receivers were going straight down the field. The two inside receivers were running the seam routes, and number 19, Isaiah Breakstone, was open. If he was looking for it, he could have caught that in stride and probably made it into the end zone, but instead it falls incomplete, setting up a fourth down situation. We're under a minute to go here with the running clock, so this may be the last play of the game for the Sailors.
And you also have receivers that aren't the starters, so you get miscommunication between your quarterback and second and third stringers. So this should be the final play of the ball game right here on a fourth down and 13. McNeil back to pass, throws over the middle. It is caught at the 20-yard line and dragged down around the 14-yard line. And that was caught by Silver Brennis. They pick up a first down. Clock continues to run. Will they take a timeout and just try and score here? I don't think they're going to do it.
Well, they got one timeout left. I thought they might.
No, they do take it now. Okay.
Yeah, at least try to get a play into the end zone.
Yeah, they'll take it here and try and get it in. And score their third touchdown if they can. The Sailors' two touchdowns were touchdown passes from McNeil to Cleveland, a 2-yarder here in the second half, late in the third quarter, and then one again here in the fourth quarter, a 34-yarder. And then it's been all Venice other than that. Venice has scored one touchdown here in the second half, and that was Noah Montgomery's 72-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. So they put up 50 in the first half. Check that. No, they scored two in the second half. My mistake there. Marino had a 65-yard touchdown pass early in the third quarter, just 22 seconds in. That made it. So they have scored 14 here in the second half. And we'll do it right here on the final play of the ball game. McNeil from the 12-yard line takes the snap, lofts it to the near side. It is incomplete. Trying to hit Cleveland over there, and that'll do it. Time runs out. And a very impressive win for the Venice Indians as they defeat the Sarasota Sailors tonight here at Irick Field, 57-14.
Quite impressive display by the Indians, as you mentioned, Doug. They came out on fire first two drives of the game, a total of 4 plays to score 2 touchdowns to jump out to a quick 14-0 lead. Meanwhile, the Sarasota Sailors couldn't pick up a first down in the first half until late in the second period. By then, Venice already had 5 touchdowns on the board. and they were able to add to that in the first half to go up. I think it was 43 to nothing at halftime for the Venice Indians, and complete domination of the Sailors in that first half. Defensively, they were able to shut down the running attack of Sarasota. Like I said, the Sailors couldn't pick up any first downs, and offensively, the big play offense that we've seen the Indians have success with in recent weeks definitely came here to shine at Sarasota as big play after big play occurred in that first half. 3 touchdowns on the ground by top running back Terry Polk in that first half, along with 128 yards on 15 carries. Quarterback Don Marino in the first half, 4 for 5 through the air for 116 yards and a touchdown pass to Langston Pruitt, who had all 4 of those catches and 116 yards. And Don Marino in the first half also 77 yards on only 5 carries and 2 more scores, including a 40-yard touchdown run. So that was the big 3 stepped up in the first half for the Venice Indians, 43-0 at halftime. The teams traded touchdowns, 2 each in the second half, and that's how we arrive at this final score, 57-14 in favor of the Venice Indians.
Next week, hope you'll join us for our live broadcast next Friday night, 7:30 at Lakewood Ranch as the Mustangs host the Palmetto Tigers in a big district game then. So I hope you'll join us. Again, stay tuned for our post-game press box report. That'll be available on YouTube and on MaxPreps.com as well. All of our games, again, broadcast available on Ustream, YouTube, and iTunes, and dougmilesmedia.com. Final score tonight from Eyring Field. It's the Venice Indians 57. Their record now is 6-1 on the year, 1-0 in the district. Sarasota with a record of 2 up and 4 down, and 0-1 in the district. And the final score once again, Venice 57, Sarasota 14. For Ed Schneider, this is Doug Miles saying thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you again next Friday night.
Good night.